What a fantastic night. The sign said I'm in northern Bruce Peninsula. That's encouraging. Wow, I'm kind of sad. Well, I'm on my trail, and it starts with a bang, the rock scramble. Good morning, July 18th. What a fantastic night. Just cleaning up my my camp here, as you can see in the background. I'm up early. Wow, I couldn't have asked for a better sleep. I'm down by Barrow Bay here. It was coolish, no humidity, there was no rain, no bugs, there was no light pollution. I slept cowboy style. Fantastic stars. There was like an opening here, so I caught myself waking up at night a little bit, staring at the stars, the twinkling stars. I couldn't ask for a better sleep. I think if there had been a bubbling spring next door, it would have made it 5-star, but I'm up early here. I'm watching the sun go up. Great day ahead of me. I'm going into little hamlet here, I think, onto Scenic Caves. I'm excited. I'm up early so that I can spend some time there. Another day, another bay. I'm gonna see, I think I'm about 25 kilometers out of Lion's Head. There is a designated campsite at the point there. We'll see. A lot of times they're pretty disappointing. When I get there, I'll make a decision. I just may push into Lion's Head anyway if it's not too late. I think I'm gonna clean up in Lion's Head and do a supply. Let's see if I can beat the sun to its heat and get this day started. I got lots of camp duties yet to do. I'm waiting to say this for a while. It's actually chilly this morning. I have a bunch of road walk to do. That's okay. I'm going to be going to the Scenic Caves, hoping this is the place I'm thinking of. You may have to pay to get in or something, and it's a side trip and whatnot. Yeah, I'm going to do it if it's there. See if I can pick up some water too. It's I tried to get water from the lake yesterday. I wish I would have caught it on film. It was a bit of a clown. There's not much of a shore, and my feet were getting wet, and, and the water that was coming out was like full of algae and stuff, and I says, forget it. I'll see if I can pick up something along this section here. Walking along, doing my road walk here, and checking out the cottages as I'm going by. They're not your typical cottages, let me tell you. These people are well established. It's amazing. They must live here full time because some of these houses are ridiculous. Hey, all the power to them, you know? Believe it or not, that's a mailbox. What do you think, an old linesman? He even put a seal on it. I love it. And look, the old glass insulators. I've been finding these moles or mole rats, and they're everywhere. Dozens of them, hundreds. Every day I see a dozen. They're dead in the middle of the trail. They haven't been eaten or anything. I'm baffled. I don't know if it's too dry. I don't know if they have a short life cycle, but they wander into the middle of the trail or the road and they die. Well, vultures on the ground there. There must be something. Oh yeah, they're not going far here. I must have interrupted breakfast. Not a pretty bird. They sure are big. First I thought they were wild turkeys. Huge bird, tiny little head on them. Wow, I'm kind of sad. I got to the end of Scenic's road And then I look back and there's a sign the caves were the other way. Instead of me going right, I should have went left. But I didn't know. Oh well. I really want to see that. That one will have to be a road trip because that would be another 8 kilometers plus the time I spend there. A little bit much. Yeah, now I look backwards, there's signs everywhere. Oh well. That's where they filmed Quest for Fire. Well, not all of it, but the cave scene and with the wolves and everything. Epic movie. Gotta watch it. You'll know what I'm talking about. Okay. Now, I have a chance at Lion's Head tonight, so we'll see how it goes. Wow, they have 5.5 acres for $40,000. I guess those aren't Toronto prices, eh? I was just walking along and I was noticing all the stones and whatnot on the road, and like people can't seem to stay on the blacktop, and lo and behold, car comes along on the other side and wheels go in the ditch. You gotta be so careful. You gotta walk on the opposite side of the road because you have to be vigilant all the time. You would make the road 3 times wider and still you'd have people in the ditch. The sign said I'm in northern Bruce Peninsula. That's encouraging. I'm gonna have to find some water here before I go up on my ridge. I'm not sure if there's anything here. I doubt very much. There's a little inland lake or something, but God knows if it's being used as a sewer. Yeah, I got one eye open for that water for sure. And then I can rest easy all the way. I finally managed to catch somebody's attention, one of the residents in the hamlet, and yeah, I got myself, I don't know, a liter. Yeah, it was the wise choice. The bay, or the little creek that I came across, it looked pretty aggy. That would have been a mistake. Yeah, he was saying, oh, he says, it's beautiful, he says, but it's one of the hardest sections. I could have seen myself on one of the hardest sections with no water. That would have been classic. Anyways, I feel good now. Now I'm ready. All but done my road walk, which is good. I had a super early start, and yeah, it was all new blacktop. I would have just been dying out here, but yeah, so I'm ready to get up on my peninsula. So, well, I'm on my trail, and it starts with a bang, the rock scramble. I imagine that's going to be the most of the day, so to speak. There was one car at the designated parking spot, but I'm running into spider webs already. It probably means that it's a drop-off car, so we'll see if I run into anybody today. But looks like it's going to be great views, but pretty well a work day. Let me get some of these spider webs off me. It's driving me crazy. Every so often they have this little symbol, which I imagine means trouble. Trail feels like just make your best way possible along the bluff. There's just one little rock scramble after another. Doesn't seem to be any particular path. Every so often they throw in a white blaze just to reassure you a little bit. I figured out what those little things on the map were. I think they were supposed to represent eyes, so they're little lookouts. Smart, eh? 12 o'clock and I think this is gonna be my lunch. Well, see my work for this afternoon and beautiful. And there's a beautiful breeze. And I noticed on this side it's much cooler. I was sitting here having my lunch. Oh, it's a good time to air out my feet. And then I started thinking about that movie Wild, where her boot goes flying off the cliff. And I immediately said, forget it. It's like Acapulco cliff diving or something. And that's where I'm heading to, Lion's Head. And that, I imagine, will be tomorrow's work. All the way. Gorgeous. The climbers came through. They were asking whereabouts their little side trail was. And they were huffing and puffing. And I guess the climbing equipment is not light. They got a lot of crap. They had like duffel bags and ropes hanging off them. But then it occurred to me that those guys cleared up all my cobwebs right back to Lion's Head. Perfect. Web-free afternoon. There you go. A couple of climbers are just getting set up. I guess they're going from there and they're going to go down. Better them than me, let me tell you. Just met a couple, and they just came down from Tobermory. They said it was 4 days away, I guess. They were already feeling the pain. They had some pretty big packs. I don't know, he had 30, and I don't know, she was on her way to being there, and we're exchanging advice and whatnot, and he was telling me about the trail ahead, and I was trailing behind, and I haven't met too many. But this is real busy here. There's all kinds of people. Well, the motel was full. I did manage to get a B&B. Everything I'm gonna need here. There's a grocery store, a liquor store, pharmacy, and there's a food land. So, yeah, good to go. I should be able to wash some clothes too. So, because I really needed this. This is basically my last, my last full stop. So, gotta make it count. Okay, cold beer somewhere with my name on it. Home sweet home. Well, I got settled in, so this will be my little place. Isn't that great? Got a table, a bed, gotta get laundry done. Perfect. You can see I'm in my city blues again. I got all settled into my B&B. Nellie, what a nice old meticulous old lady. She's got everything. She was gonna do my laundry for me, a little batch of laundry, and put it out to dry. It's just perfect. And then she was going, well, what are you going to do when you get to Tobermory? And I said, well, I'll have to make my way back to Toronto. She says, I can give you a ride, I've done it for another hiker before. I said, really? So we're going to work something out that maybe I'll be able to have my ride lined up, so great for me. But for now, a little bit of food and maybe a cold beer.